Then the tape turned south, and I felt that old hard grind. I seen the red come in on a trade I had to ditch. Took my pride off first, then I hit that exit switch. Ain't no shame in the stop if the plances get gone. One wrong turn won't kill me if I cut it off before it's long. Take a loss, boss, live to fight one more. Take a loss, boss, keep your boots on the floor. If I'm wrong, I know it, I don't have to stay. Take a loss, boss, trade another day. Take a loss, boss. My old man's voice still rings. Boy, don't marry the screen. A good hand knows the moment when to leave that losing scene. I don't chase that bounce back. I don't feed that stubborn flame. I can shut the book up without ever feeling shame. Ain't no shame in the stop if the plances get gone. One wrong turn won't kill me if I cut it off before it's long. Take a loss, boss, live to fight one more. Take a loss, boss, keep your boots on the floor. If I'm wrong, I know it, I don't have to stay. Take a loss, boss, trade another day. Take a loss, boss. Sunrise on the ledger, I can laugh at my own scar. A cut today ain't quitting, it's the reason I go far. Take a loss, boss, live to fight one more. Take a loss, boss, keep your boots on the floor. If I'm wrong, I know it, I don't have to stay. Take a loss, boss, trade another day. Take a loss, boss. Step up, step up, step up. Step up, step up. Step up, step up, step up. Saw the screen glow green, thought I had the code. One tap, one grin, then I doubled my load. Borrowed time, borrowed pride, pushed it to the edge with my finger on the slide. Fresh white shoes on a shaky floor. One more click, I was asking for more. Big talk, big ring, thin as smoke. I was dancing with fire and I felt that choke.
morning, good morning, good morning. Sound check, mic check, vibe check. Screen looks good to me. How is everybody doing? It's CPI Wednesday. We got a massive amount of trading to do today. How's everybody doing? Give me a hello. Give me a +1. Let me know how things are going. You are looking at my BK Dots beta product, which I am allowing you guys to get access to for 7 days for absolutely free. All you got to do is just email it. Email me your note. I've enabled everybody. Miguel, you're enabled. I don't know, Peter, I think I enabled you. I don't know if you emailed. Rodney for sure is enabled. contact@bktraders.com. Very important. I forgot to say this in London. I need your trading view ID. Okay, saying, hey, please give me the indicator without your trading view ID is useless. Give me your trading view ID, and then I will enable it, and then you should be able to see it in your invite-only folder right away. So enjoy it. Have a great time. This is going to be pretty much the gold standard of what we're going to do. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying it. I added a few more wrinkles to it that I think you're going to find very, very interesting and very valuable. Let me share some of those with you right now. Let me see if I can just move this around. Man, everything is just, the charts are just getting so big because of all the moves. Okay, so a couple of things were just basically cosmetic. Kay wanted me to make the VWAP a little smaller, which is fine. We made the VWAP a little bit smaller, right? Since yesterday, we made green dot, red, big green dot, small green dot, big red dot, small red dot. So it becomes a lot more intuitive to be able to see the legend as it goes. Tokyo highs, London lows, all of that is really labeled very, very cleanly on the chart. The most interesting analytical thing that I've added to the chart, the thing that I think is going to be instantly valuable to all of you guys, regardless of how you trade, is I am calculating in real time, minute by minute, second by second, the ATR value of the candle chart. So if I'm on a 1 minute chart, this tells me the average candle volatility is 12.5 points. So realistically, you want to at least do a 20-20 stop target, right? 25 is you probably want to use 2 ATRs as your basic unit of scalping. Certainly, if you are at ATR value, you're probably going to get clipped out, right? As far as it goes. So this just really gives you very, very nice contextual thing. You just saw me as I opened up, do a little scalp over here. This was a 25-25 risk, 25 up, 25 down. It was a very, very clean trade over here off this, green dot, new, a trend continuation trade that I took and popped itself nicely. The greatest thing about the last couple of days of trading is the massive amount of volatility. We're going to get stopped out a lot, and that is a good thing because we're also going to get huge amount of winning hits. Just as quickly as you get stopped, you can make it back twice as quickly in this environment. So do not fret, do not worry. We don't care. But before we do we're not going to do any trading, because what we're going to do now is set ourselves up for success, hopefully for a one and done trade. I'm going to share with you. So I bought myself the 5-pack of 25s. Buy yourself a 5-pack of 50s if you like. I like the 25s because I like everything small in my life. I drive a Mini. I have 2 tiny little dogs. I like small things, and I like to control small accounts. So I like trading 25s, but of course, most people really like trading the 50s. Either way, it's really dirt cheap. I bought 5 for 85 right now with BK Save. So go out there, before you do anything. If you do not have these accounts, you cannot achieve what we're going to try to achieve, which is a one and done trade. We're going to straddle ahead of the CPI news with long NASDAQ, short S&P, or short NASDAQ, long S&P. We're going to try to figure out, which side we're going to try to favor in a very, very specific ratio for the 25s, which you can then absolutely extend to 50s. But more importantly than that, even beyond the news, I'm going to show you how we're going to be able to structure the trades post-news to get ourselves funded unidirectionally. When we're going to take one directional move using the R values of the indicator, using reversal values, because all we need to do is catch 35 NASDAQ points and we get funded on the account. So I'm going to show you how we're going to be able to do that as well. It'll be really, really cool. I'm very excited to do a lot of trades with you guys today on the eval side. We're running the funded accounts as well. So, if we get a chance, we'll trade a little bit of funded. But today is really all about getting the evals pushed very quickly into the funded stage. So hopefully we can do that. I am the wrinkle master. What is the wrinkle? Oh, adding a wrinkle. I thought you meant like my clothes were wrinkled. You like the new dots? Sorry, Ben. What does include the lifetime BFFs? I'm sorry, I don't know. This is. I'm just giving the 7-day trial. Obviously, everybody who's got a lifetime access is going to get the new version, right? That goes without saying. But we're going to go to a whole new kind of a production process with the indicators, both in zip and dots, which I'm going to reveal very soon. But everybody who's got, don't worry, you're grandfathered in. We always take care of our lifetimes. Is that what you were asking, Ben? Is that what you want me to clarify? Oh, you have to ask for the beta. Yes, everybody has to ask for the beta. Yes, I'm not. This is not anything. I don't have the time, effort. If you want it, come get it. Is the rule? Yes. Because I just I don't have time to populate everybody's stuff with the beta. It's beta, so come get it, play with it. We're gonna once we seal it up and make it gold, then we're gonna get distribution. Okay. All right. So who wants to show of hands? Give me a +1. You want to know how do we get funded in one trade? Who's new in the room here? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on. Show up. Daniel, nice to have you. 02348. Good morning. I love handles that look like zip codes. Very nice. Michael, good morning. Michael, how are you? How's trading been? Mark Moses, nice to have you. Astrologer, I hope you're kicking ass, man. It has been a fucking rain parade of trading over the last. We're trading 800-900 point days. For us to be able to extract 25 points is like basically a one candle job these days. So lots and lots of opportunities for us to trade. Okay, I'm trying to. All right. So the dots indicator is our proprietary indicator. It's going into its kind of final production mode. We've simplified it, we've clarified it, and it's going to be soon released, into the wild, with full support and full documentation and everything else. But in the meantime, if you want to play around with it for the next 7 days, email me, and I'll enable you, and you'll be able to get full functionality. All right. So what do we got? We got 815. As I said, order of business number one. I want to make sure everybody's got the eval accounts. If you don't have the 5 apexes, you can't do this properly. So go out there. Literally $85 for an $850 value. If this is for 25s, if you do the 50s, I think it's like $92. Whatever you want to do, go get them. Get the 5-pack because that is really the best deal. We're gonna use them all probably this week, but certainly we're going to use a couple of them today. I'm going to show you how it is. So I have them all set up over here. Here's what we're going to do. We are trading the following ratios. Oh, by the way, the other thing is, I think you probably haven't seen this since yesterday because Kathy just we had it enabled. All the reversal trades are now marked on the chart. You don't have to do anything. They literally show up on the chart. So you can, we have a reversal signal now. We're obviously not trading anything ahead of the CPI, but if it was not a CPI day, this would be a short for us, okay? And they're really, really good. You can trade them with trend, you can trade them counter trend, you can trade them both. Today, the red R signals have just been like 8 out of 9. The green ones have been all failures, which has been really, really fascinating to watch. We actually traded in London. We traded both sides, and it was really, really interesting until eventually the green one succeeded, and I showed everybody how we did that. All right, Kathy doesn't speak. This is futures trading, my friend. We're trading just prop. Okay, if you hear for CFD or currency trading, not that's. Good job. Astrologer says he's doing really well. Okay, 15 minutes to go. Let me show you. Let's share the formula. We're going to trade both sides of the market with 2 different instruments. So this way we're within compliance. We're not trading the same instrument on both sides. We're taking risk across 2 different instruments. We're going to trade NQ. It's going to be 2 NQs. This is for 25,000. Let me just actually make it clear. 25K double for 50K. Okay. These are my ratios. Your ratios could be anything else. 156 ticks, no stop. Do or die, baby. Against 3 ESs, 42 ticks. 42 ticks. No stop. Okay. That's what we're setting up as our parameters. Let me go into my trade of it and just kind of show you how we're going to set that up to make sure that you guys have the ratios. So I'm going to go, let's choose 28. Yeah, 28. Okay, let's just choose 28. This is the funded account. And let's say this one will be, we're going to add this as, want to make sure that you get the right instrument. NQ. We're going to trade the NQM, the NQ June. And what we want here is 156 no stop right here. 156 ticks, no stop. This means target, and we're just going to let it fly. So this is NQ. Now we're going to set up, and we're going to set up 2 over here. So now all I have to do is just decide whether to hit a buy or a sell button, and I'm in the trade. That's how we're going to set this up on Trade-Evade. Obviously, do yours accordingly. The next tab we're going to do is the ES tab. That's going to be 3 contracts. And we're going to look, we're going to choose 42 no stop. 42 targets. The way this is set up is take profit is 42, take profit only. That's it. So 42 no stop on 3 ESs. Now, I don't know. Honestly, I don't have a read on inflation. The market is looking for the following. Let's take a look at what the market is looking for. The market is looking for a big headline read, 4.2 against 3.8. But month over month, it's actually looking for a more muted run. And core is looking for core to stay below 2.9. Now, if core goes to 3, basically, if it's negative news, it's always going to be more negative for NASDAQ. NASDAQ is always more rate sensitive than S&P because tech stocks essentially run on credit. And if credit is is more expensive, it makes it more expensive to value them. So the knee-jerk reaction, if we print 3 on a core CPI beta, remember the market is looking for 2.9, and we print 3, just psychologically a bad number. That's going to wreck NASDAQ. NASDAQ is already weak. We could easily see 28,000. Easily see 28,000 within minutes. So we're probably going to lean for negative surprise. And if it's positive surprise, NAS is going to soar. So we're going to get clipped on the NAS. But hopefully that it will give us a 10-point move. What we need is a 10-point move in the S&P. And again, the S&P is also, very high up. 10-point move is like literally one basis point of the 10 basis points. Like it's 7.3 points is 10 basis points of the S&P. It's almost 10,000. It's a 7.3 thousand value. So 10 on 10,000 would be 10 basis points. Is it? All right. Hold on. 100 times 100 is 10,000. 1 basis point is 1/10,000th. So 10. Yes. Yeah. 10 basis points. Jesus. And we're almost there. So I think if it's positive, the S&P is gonna rescue us on the opposite side. If it's a negative print and the market knee jerks, we should absolutely be done on Nasdaq. One thing I forgot to tell you, really, really important. Only do this on trail counts. You can't do this on end of day. End of day will stop you out before you get a chance to have the trade play itself out. And the reason why is because it has a $500 drawdown per day. And that maximum drawdown per day, almost never survive it in the first 2 seconds of the move. It's almost always going to move against you just a little bit. So always use the trails. I'm using, obviously, the ones that I bought today are, does it show? Yeah, intraday trail. That's what we want, because we don't care about the trail. We are always ahead of the trail. If you look at my funded accounts, you see I'm literally like a couple of pennies with a couple of pennies full drawdown behind me, meaning like, if I have 1,000 drawdown, I have like literally 977 of it left because we're always selling at the top, exiting at the top or exiting at the bottom. We never have drawdown trailers. So what's bad for everybody else is completely immaterial for us, which means we can take advantage of the cheapest accounts and trade them really, really well. All right, we've got 5 minutes to go, so pretty chill. I'm open to questions. When it goes to about 30 seconds to game time, it's about when it's going to be, we're on Chicago time here, so this will be 8:29 and 30. I'm going to initiate a buy on one. I'm going to initiate a sell on Nasdaq and a buy on the S&P. Okay, and then we'll just watch the chart. We'll watch the numbers and see if we can get one of the accounts hit. But remember, we're going to look at dots after the news breaks. Absolutely. I don't have a view, honestly. I don't have a view, Pucha. I don't know. So we're going to go NQ short, just on the assumption that it may be a little bit hotter than we think. We'll see. Honestly, it's a very conventional idea, and I could absolutely be wrong, in a sense that because this is already like the second month post, the Hormuz constriction, the price, you may be getting some CPI filtering through the layer, but it may be completely wrong. My point is that if I'm wrong, I think the ES offset, the S&P offset, will rescue the other side of the equation. So hopefully, hopefully tactically I'm right. If the news is 3, by the way, the single most, I'm not trading it because I don't want to, fracture my attention span. But if the news is 3, gold will crash. Gold is already super weak, but gold is just going to crash. I leave the gold to you guys, but I am very, very confident that the weakest instrument of all, if the news is 3, is going to be gold. And we can take a look at the at gold, when it comes in. All right, we got almost 3 minutes to go. 7:26 Chicago time. As I said, when it gets to about 7:29 Chicago time, we'll start getting ourselves ready. I'm all preset. 42 ticks, no stop on S&P. going 3 S&Ps against 2 NASDAQs. 156 no stop. Double this up if you want to do this. So 4 NQs, 6 ESs. Those are the ratios you can kind of trade, for the play. Yes, we can do as well. You can absolutely do gold right now. And as I said, if you think inflation is going to be hotter, there is no better trade than gold. I think gold is the trade. And inflation actually could be better. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, should I go long S&P, short NASDAQ? Long NASDAQ, short S&P on a cool thing. Let me go my original thing. I don't want to screw you guys up. Because again, as I said, if I am wrong and NASDAQ moons, I think my S&P will complete. And even if it doesn't, we got plenty of other, trade ideas to structure with. So 28, we're almost there. We'll keep the chart on Trade-Evade. Again, everybody make sure you got the Apex accounts. Even if you don't have the Apex accounts now, go buy them afterwards because we're going to be able to use them. Excuse me. Afterwards to do one and done trades, because there's lots of other opportunities to do one and done trades besides the news straddle, and I'm gonna hopefully show you a few of them. Oh man, I'm choking myself here. Okay, 1 minute to go. Equities are really happy to soar in front of it. So we will we'll see how they want to trade it. I'm going to get short. So that's going to be a really interesting trade. So the account is, we're going to go to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to 28, I'm going to go long. This is the S&P long. I'm going to go to 29 account, and I'm going to go NASDAQ, and I'm going to go short. All right, and we can watch the numbers rotate here, and they're really, really moving around. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to. I may have started this too early because there's so much volatility in front of these moves that God knows if I can survive the $1,000 drawdown. Jesus, it's like really, really wildly volatile. Okay, we're almost there, and boom, and I think I got done. Look at, holy shit. Wow, 27,000. That's crazy. My which one is this? I don't even know. 29. I guess positive numbers. And I told you that the NASDAQ, the S&P was going to do it. Wow, look at this. I can't even get out. This is so funny. This is hilarious. I'm running like a super, super huge loss here. Of this, I'm running a $5,000 loss, $6,000 loss. None of it matters because I got funded on the other side for massive, massive move. I needed 1,500. I actually got 2,090 on this move. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is hilarious. It's almost fun to watch this. But we got funded on, I believe it was the S&P, right? I said that the S&P was going to rescue us, and it did. So regardless of how we traded, it's all good. It's all good. I finally, they released me from my pain here at $5,000 loss, which doesn't really matter because, that's the whole point. We burnt one account and we just got funded on the other account super, super easily. I hope everybody got done. This had zero ambiguity here. It was, you saw it live, right? You saw all the trades live. It had zero ambiguity. It totally traded here. So, let me know. Let me know how everybody got done. Give me a +1 if you got funded. And actually, I'm curious. Tell me if you got funded on the S&P or whether you went against me and you went long. I had a feeling that it was going to be good numbers. I don't even know honestly what the numbers are yet. We haven't even looked at the data. We've just been, it took us a whopping 1 minute to get funded on this thing, but it did. ADJ Turner, what'd you get, baby? Talk to me. Which one, S&P or NAS? Which fund did you? Long NQ, yay. Very nice. Funded one. Judith, which one did you take? Long NQ. Neil, S&P. Okay, Neil, would you? Oh, look at it. You guys all went against me. Oh, good for you, bastards. You all went against me. You all went long S&P, and that was the correct move. That was the easiest fucking money ever. Holy shit! What a move in the S&P. All right, we're gonna chill for a few minutes because these moves are going to be 100 points a candle, right? So no need to be a hero right now. I bet you. I'm just curious. The ATR is 12.7. It's not updating. I think it's just it needs to be updated much more. I mean, the moves here are, or does it look as 750? Maybe no. There was a 200-point move, but these are 100-point moves. No, these are big ATRs. I don't know why the ATR is taking its sweet time. I'll try to figure this out. Anyways, holy shit, core CPI 2. Year on year was 4.2. Came in underneath 3. That was all good enough. Good enough for government work. Good enough for government work. We printed under 3. That's psychologically good for the world. It's good for America, and we're good to go. So great. I'm very, very happy. Yeah. Long ES, short NQ. IRA got filled on 3 accounts, 2 accounts with longs, two shorts lost. Last account put on a bracket stop at 10 points. NQ win. Good. All right. Nice job. Everybody did their own thing, but you all got done. Ben, you just went unidirectional. That's the only thing. Astrologer, you got funded on the S&P. Nice. Everybody got done, one and done. We're having a big ass rally to 29,000. Holy fuck. Nice moves. We are London highs above VWAP. By the way, look how cool the indicator is. It's telling you everything in real time, right? Telling you all the good trades in real time. So I think it's going to settle down a little bit. We need to cut about 5-10 minutes of more muted volatility. I got to figure out like why maybe. I mean, because there's no fucking way this is, maybe it's normalizing it because it's really, really more muted than it should be. This ATR is not 12. This ATR is 16. Yeah, this ATR is like 40. I don't know why it's not jumping up and down. I'll try to find out what the formula is and I might tweak it again. This is why we do betas. By bracket trade, do you mean you were stop entry? You were coming in above, coming in below, 40 ticks above, below. Spell it out for me step by step so people can understand what you were doing, because it's hard to understand sometimes when you guys are doing chat specifically what you did. I mean, it's clear to you, but it's obviously we're not seeing your chart, and it's not clear to you. But anyways, good job, everybody. Give me another +5. Hope everybody got done nicely. We're going to chill a little bit, and then we're going to start maybe doing a little bit of funded trades. But more importantly, I really want to explore with you. And this is probably going to have to. It's 8:30. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to wait till post open. I want to explore with you the possibility of trading the R trades, the reversal trades, on a one and done basis, because I think those can be very, very good candidates for for continuity moves that really, really help us. Right now, it's just all, all buying all the way. There's no strategy setups right now in this particular hour. But it's pretty clear that within this context, buy blocks, big support all the way underneath here above VWAP. Getting a neon green candle. It's worth a pop. I mean, as far as kind of strategy trades, worth a shot. Ooh, look at this. I can't even move this. Jesus. Let's go to my 80 account and just see if we can try and trade 15, 16 cents. I'll trade this for the, like I said, 25, 25, because it's a double. Let's see if it holds. No, it doesn't hold. No trade. No trade. Does not hold. I wanted to see a neon green. It's kind of dying out a little bit. So actually, here comes the science of trading reversals. This is where it gets really, really interesting. And I want to walk you through step by step of what creates a reversal label and why I particularly like trading them, and why you can trade them much, much better than I do. I'm actually curious, who traded with me in London today? And I left you guys early. Was it London today, or was it Asia yesterday? I think it was Asia yesterday. If you guys traded with me Asia yesterday, I traded with you guys, and I said, I'm very confident NAS is going to try to rally towards Asia session highs. And I made 50 and I left, or I made 25 points and I left. And it was good for another 150 points. And if you had the strength, Keith, did you run those? Do you remember I left you guys, right? Because I had to go early. That trade was 150 point trade that I was in. Wasn't that a great call? Just super easy to have entered into it off the R reversal. Did you let that thing run a little bit afterwards? Yes, you made lots afterwards. Good for you. That's what we're here for. We're here for you guys to make money, and for me to curse my own personality flaws. That's the perfect chat format where the host yells at himself and you guys make money, right? But anyways, let's talk a little bit about the science of reversal, because that's really what we're looking for. And we're going to go to my favorite tool, the Boomer Cam. So the first order of business when you're looking for reversals is on the upside is the break of the lows. If you break the lows, that means you're now creating the first sign of selling momentum. So in this particular case, you see how these are all, upward moving candles. This candle has the low over here. This candle breaks the low pretty significantly, but then comes back up and holds it. This one now is actually staying low. And now we're getting a red dot. So this type of sequence, I'm up, oops, I'm coming down, I'm slipping, creates the first inkling of a potential R trade. Now, this is not going to show us an R label until the candle completes. It needs to hold its lows. It needs to stay at a red dot. And if it doesn't, it's not an R candle. But if it is an R candle, if it's an R up, it then creates a very, very natural reversal trade for us. And actually, what I think we're going to do is let's dedicate one of my accounts. By the way, when you get funded, do not touch this account. Do not touch this account, right? And also, here's the other thing I want to do. I always just, if I don't do this, I then just get myself into so much trouble. I delete the minis. So I don't have any chance of hitting the mini by mistake. I'll bring them back if I need them. Generally, I want to stay on a one lot. So I'm going to trade the 30 account. So I have 28, 29 are done. So I have 30, 31, 32. So let's trade the 30 account, the eval account at 30. With MNQ ratios. By the way, look, we're coming right back up. So pretty positive. So far, definitely no R signals. Let's turn this to 30, and then we'll just trade the R setups on this eval account to start with. Small size, the way we traded on our fundeds, just to give you guys a vibe of how these things should work properly. We got 45 minutes to the open. Things are clearly settling down. See, the ATR, it's interesting. The ATR is just kind of lagging a little bit. So it increased exponentially because these candles really raised the ATR value, but it took a little while to diffuse into it. I wonder if I can. I'm going to talk to my best friend Claude and see what would be the optimal update interval for us. I mean, probably I shouldn't screw around. I mean, this has been a indicator since the 1970s. Really don't need to reinvent the wheel. Probably I'll stay at this interval, and even if it's a little slow, it's a lot more durable. So we'll see. You missed the CPI. Did we try the open with the same strategy? Not the open, but maybe post open. We'll try it. But don't worry. There's, we trade the strategy all the time. So, you don't understand why increased inflation causes the market to go up. You knew this would happen. What's the logic? Okay, Ira, very, very common question. And the answer is always, it's not what the data says, it's what the market expected. The market knew that inflation is baked. The question isn't, do we have inflation? The question is our inflation rising or falling? That's all that matters. It's the delta. It's the rate of change. It's the rate of surprise. The rate of surprise in almost every economic data that we've had has been positive, including this one. So we could have inflation at 500%, and if it came in at 449%, the market would rally, right? Or we could have inflation at 1%, and if it came in at 1.1%, the market would fall like a rock. It's not the absolute value, it's the relative value, right? The market is the ultimate judging mechanism. It's not what you have, it's what the Joneses have that matters. And and if you're a millionaire and your next door neighbor is a billionaire, you feel poor. And if you're an American and you live in Mexico, you feel like you're a millionaire. Or you live in the Philippines, you feel you're a millionaire. So it's all relative basis. And the market is very much the same. So that answer kind of answers your question. Do we have PPI tomorrow? We might have PPI tomorrow. I'm not sure. Let me see. I think you're probably right. You know me, Ben. I don't ever look till tomorrow until it's almost there. Forex Factory. We do. Could be tradable. I mean, it's certainly not untradeable. And what's on Friday? Friday is just U of M. Oh, Trump is back to bombing? Is that what's going on? I guess he is. Okay. Well, that should be fun. Maybe he'll bomb into the Stone Age and then finally collapse. Yeah, I think PPI is doable. I'll let you know. I mean, we'll be up. We'll be trading 8 o'clock, so we might be able to lay down. Oh, we got the R trade here. Sorry, I actually missed it, which is good because the R trade failed, right? So this is a really, really, really interesting piece of information, right? So, and this is where I love this because there's so many interesting ways, nuanced ways to interpret it, right? Let me just run a couple of ideas by you. The typical straight up strategy is trade the reversal, right? And we could have traded this R. It failed. We can wait for the next one. Maybe there'll be a green R. We'll take it the other way. Maybe there'll be another red R. We can take it another way. A more nuanced approach to this is the following. We had a massively positive news event. The market rallied almost 300 points as a response to this. It's got really, really deep support far away from it. The VWAP, it's above VWAP, it's above the ICT order blocks. It's looking good, right? The R that is showing itself up here is not a lower R. It's not making lower lows. It's way, way up there. It's a reversal off very, very high levels. So what's the more logical position? That this is a sell or that this is a buy? And when you start looking at it, at every idea here, not just in a monolithic unipolar way, but interpretive against the context in which you're trading, you actually create even better profit opportunities. Because if you say to yourself, you know what, it's actually much more of a probability of a buy. You literally bought the bottom. This was the easiest trade to make. You bought the 98s, and in one candle you got done for plus 25. So yes, there is there's an element of interpretation here that can be very, very helpful to you. The R trade can be a continuation trade, or it can be the R trade can be a trade or a fade. You can fade it or you can trade it, depending on your view, how you structure it, and stuff like that. Now you could basically always trade it if you want to do it, because remember, it doesn't matter. We're trading small size when we're trading funded. If we're wrong, we can come back on the next one and recover. The ultimate structure should be net positive. But one of the greater nuances is, what are you trading? Like I'll give you this interpretation. It'll make a lot more sense. Here you are in the VWAP, right? You clearly trend negative down. Oh man. I'm gonna let the ambulances go by. So you see what we're trading here. We're trading clear, big ass negative trend, right? VWAP is way above us. It's really, really below it. The R positive trades, the R's to the upside, they're much more of a fade than they are a trade. This one is a fade. This one is a fade. This one, maybe you made money. You were like 35 to, you had a 35-point move. This one actually was a legit buy. This actually did extend, right? But this one faded. It was basically half and half, and you could have tried it both ways on this structure. And this is actually very, very late, because when we were trading London, this is when I came in, when London, what you want to look at is when London opens up, where is the tenor, where is the tone? And the London tenor was very, very negative. When I came in around 5 o'clock, we had already massively negative moves. And I said, at this point, we already had 3 negative green R's. So the probability of a fourth one is going to really diminish. And we went long here. We went long on the move here. But if you were early here, if you were trading over here and you saw R's failing, certainly you could have taken this one. You could have taken this one. They were all good fails. So it's not always, it's mostly directional. But occasionally, depending on other inputs, and really mostly what you really, really want to do is ask yourself, am I making higher green R's or lower green R's? Is the news with me or against me? Is there anything really on the wires that's creating general direction to give me confidence that I want to fade the move, not trade the move, but fade the move? Fade is always the exception, but sometimes it's a good exception. I guess that's my point, is fade is always an exception, but sometimes it's actually the good exception. So in this particular case, you had massively positive news, big lift on sentiment, and a fade was probably a very good deal, right? And maybe it's a good deal for one more. Like, if you get one more R around these levels, probably a halfway decent fade. But again, same kind of a thing. You can only repeat the process 2 or 3 times before you start losing the probability. But a third time, it's probably going to be a really good trade, and you don't want to screw around with it at that point. You're a hundredaire. There's like a really, really funny comedian. And he talks about like the fake ceasefire. He talks about the idea of like, yeah, we have a ceasefire war. We have a war. It's a ceasefire, but it's a ceasefire war, which I think is really, really funny. It's kind of like a postmodern view of words. All right. Is that clear to everybody of kind of the nuances that I'm talking about? Now we're starting to show up a little bit more selling. Oh, man. Are you guys hearing the sirens? Holy shit. What's going on over here? It's not even 9 o'clock. So much police activity. Do you guys hear the sirens in the background, or am I the only one? Because they're so loud over here for me. All right. Time is it? It is 9. We still got about a half hour before the market opens, so we're really, really slowed down. The price action, not much for us to do. You can hear them, but not really loud. Well, if you can hear them, you can imagine how loud they are in my ear. They're just blasting. My favorite is like when like the cabs or somebody else gets in the way of the cop cars in New York City. Like the cops just get on the intercom and they are so obnoxious. They're like, "Get off the fucking road! You're in the way. Move over, moron!" It's just like hilarious. It's just total abuse. It's not like, "Sir, you're in the way." No, like, "Get off the fucking road. You're on the right-hand side. Move, move, move." More. Wow. This is unusual, guys. I think holy shit. Something is going on. Wow. That is a lot of police activity. Jesus Christ. There's like 4 or 5 sirens over the last minute and a half. Damn. I wonder if there's anything on the news. This sounds really serious. Supercore was also much tighter, really, really tight. Energy costs accounted for 60% U.S. inflation, according to Labor Department. Gasoline prices jumped 41%. Blah, blah, blah. Gulf finds target SpaceX IPO. So investing live, notable base effects coming in months for US CPI. June, the 3%. Yeah, these are all 1 year ago data. It kind of that's going to have a little bit of more downward pressure. Gasoline at 4.16 compared to 4.15 in May. So negative 7% gasoline if it holds through month end. Can we hear from White House? Who said that in December for the financial car? You can't cut right then. All right. So as usual, glass half empty, glass half full. Interpretations, but bottom line is, it's not horrible. So, and unless, this is the big thing, unless gasoline prices soar, which they won't, because we have, this is the thing, we have self-sufficiency in production. It really keeps the inflation numbers more or less under control. Firemen can be polite, but will bash your windows in if you're parked in front of a hydrant. You know that's actually legal to park in front of a hydrant. I don't mean park. It's legal to, if you can be in your car, and if you're sitting in your car, you can park in front of a hydrant in New York City, as long as you stay in the seat. So there you go. I don't know if those rules are anywhere else, but in New York City, it's like this is where people park all the time. Like if you need to just park to move stuff in and out of your apartment building, you can totally park in front of a hydrant. We're starting to drift out a little bit downward here. Okay, so the R move got popped, but now, by the way, that's another interesting thing is the R candle lows. Watch this. I want to show you something interesting. You can watch directionally. What does this candle do? This takes out the R candle lows. After that, it creates a much more negative structure on the chart, right? You can literally see it start drifting lower and lower and lower. We're actually now touching Tokyo lows. So that's interesting. And see if the Tokyo lows can hold, but no, not much. I'm just gonna, I'm doing a little bit of specking here, so I may just simply buy this off the Tokyo lows. On the idea being that there we go. See if I get a bounce on this move here, a little bit. There we go. Oh, come, God, my mouse. I had like 30 points right then and there, and my mouse was too slow. Come on, let's go. Come on, take me to the 25s. All right, there we go. 35. Oh wait, did I not? Oh, flatten. Oh, I double bought and then I double flatten. Okay, fine, that's good. So why did I buy this, right? Because again, it goes back to the idea of like once you get into dots and you start, oh, look at this. Where is this 9 o'clock? Now we have some edge trades. Oh, and look at the pop. Look at the ATR. ATR goes to 24 points. 9 o'clock hour. Bull reversal, which is red to green. Maybe coming up over here. If we get a green R, that's an edge trade. And bear new trend, which we actually have had here with a couple of reds. Interesting. Okay, so both of those things work. But why did I buy this? Why did I buy this thing on the dot? Because we had the Tokyo low. We had, we still have positive news. It was just kind of a sell-off thing. And again, just like the R value, sometimes a dot is an amazing trade, and sometimes it's the greatest fade in the world. In other words, you're literally buying the lows. It's just sort of selling into, complete liquidation. And I've actually been doing a lot of red dot buying and some green dots, depending on where I'm looking at the chart. But those are really, really discretionary trades, and you kind of have to contextualize them. I'm certainly not gonna buy the first red dot, the second red dot. It's always going to be third or fourth, and it's always going to be maybe at around a level where I have some reason to think that we could get a bounce. So in this case, we have the Tokyo lows is a pretty easy pop. And the thing about these kind of trades that I really like is this very little. If you're right, there's very little slippage, and it just comes right back up. So we bought here at 30, and it popped all the way to 60. I think we sold it around like maybe 50s, and it was super easy to take that. When do we switch from June leading on well charts? The charts change automatically. It's usually the third Thursday, right? So where are we on the calendar here? We're in June. This is the second Thursday. So generally, everybody switches on the 12th. And they start really trading the front month on the 15th. So basically a week before the expiration. So usually everybody's trading the September cycle by the 15th of June. And we'll be switching. We will be switching. A very, very easy way, like a completely idiot-proof way to know this is you go to CME NQ futures, right? Just say that. And why? Okay. Well, I just wanted the link. Okay. Okay. So whenever you just go CME NQ futures, and they will always quote you the front month. So we're still quoting June, still quoting the M month, but soon we're gonna quote the we're gonna roll over to September. So like an easy way to always look is just go to CME NQ futures and it will give you a quote. Or like I don't even know like what the hell this is. I like doing this. Like you can do CME NQ volume, and that will take you to the volume page. Right here. Make sure you, and this quote right here will always be the most accurate quote. You can see, what volume is trading right now. Almost 200,000 contracts already. Do I have an expert opinion on IPO SpaceX? No, I don't. But, my only expert opinion is you don't bet against Musk, right? I think more money has been lost betting against Musk than in any endeavor in history. The guy is running an absolutely amazing integrated cartel at this point. He's going to be launching so many satellites into space, which will give him the absolute coverage for Starlink, which will give him essentially, full wireless control of the internet anywhere in the world, including, by the way, flying on planes. Like I have not used Starlink on a plane yet. Has anybody used Starlink on a plane? I heard it's amazing. I heard the bandwidth is just incredible. Has anybody done that? Who's a frequent traveler that's used Starlink on thing? Saba, you have. So was it a good experience? Was it fast? It works, right? Okay. So that's huge. It's like now there's just no barriers to internet connectivity anywhere. So I think his products are good. They capture market share. It's hard to bet against them. That's about all I can say. I don't have any unique insight into how well this thing is going to do. But generally, remember, he always performs well and he's always capturing market share. Even like in the electric market, the The only electric car in America that's selling is the Tesla. And, I think it's okay. And I've taken a few Teslas when I was, in an Uber, and it's a good experience. But the guys are just like completely obsessed with it. They love it. And I'm like, okay. It does have a really, really good, easy to navigate dashboard. That's for sure. Kind of like mine. Tesla's got its own strategy dashboard. Wow, guys, it really, really slowed down. We had all this excitement to get ourselves funded, and now we got just nothing going on here. I mean, we made a little bit of money on just some proprietary scalp trades, but that's about it. Clean up space junk? I guess so. Space is pretty big. You can put a lot of junk in there. So we holding Tokyo lows here. By the way, isn't it nice to have like all the session highs, session lows right in front of your face, so you have reference points and you know exactly where the potential pool possibilities are. So this is the first. I'm actually watching this. This is the bull reversal trade, right? It's both a strategy setup and an R setup for us if it holds. There's a big if. I need a dot. But if I get the dot, it's a trade for us. Actually, sorry. You know what I need to do? We're on MNQs. 100 by 100 by MNQ. That's fine. I'm on this. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. I am pre-set up. Oh, I'm getting another red R move here. So in London, we had a discussion. I want to show you something on the strategy box, because many people might be wondering, what does the strategy box mean? What does it do? Let me show you all of it. I'm going to show you all of it. And this is the analogy I came up with, because it was London Open. So of course, oh shit, do we have a trade? Fuck, we have a trade. I gotta stop yapping. We have a trade. Bye. All right, we are we're long this account. Let me show you. So it's an R positive trade, right? Which is also, by the way, bull reversal trade, which is a positive almost a 14% positive edge trade. So statistically, this tells us it's a good trade to take during this hour. Now, does it mean that it's going to work in this particular instance? Open question, but it's definitely a good statistical trade. We'll see if it holds. Oh man, guys, I'm dying here. I need another espresso. You guys watch the trade. I'm going to make an espresso. Not much going on. Okay. Oh, so I want to go back to my whole, leadership league table. So the green trades, the absolute best strategies, is like the Premier League. The white trades is like the Championship League. And the red trades, which are negative expectancy, is whatever the fuck you have in your third, third. What is the third league in British football? You have Premier League, Championship League, and what's the Bush League that everybody trades? Come on, all the UK football fans. League One, is that what that is? All right. Oh man, espresso is good. Yeah, I'm gonna look this up. Now I'm gonna have to go to my favorite trivia quiz Gemini, trivia quiz AI. Name all the UK soccer leagues. Oh my God, come on. How much thinking you need to do? It's the most obvious question. I always feel like, what is this? I just asked you. Premier League Championship, ETC. I always feel like English football pyramid, Premier League, the EFL Championship League, the EFL League One. That's it. League Two, right? Wow, holy cow. How many tiers do they have? That's a lot of pyramids. Okay, well, this trade was teasing us, but kind of dying out a little bit. Let's see if it picks up more steam. Kind of normal action, very much, by the way. We have the news, and usually after news, it's just absolute death valley for the 45 minutes before the open. So we just have to just grin and bear it, do UK football. So this is Premier League, this is Championship League, this is League One. That's how my strategy is set up. Maria Hakimi. So the other question I had in London to you guys is, name me your favorite Premier League club in UK. Post who you guys follow. Chelsea was obviously came up number one, but you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine. And also, what is the one player that you think would have been a great Premier League player? That fuck, this trade is just, we're just dying. The trade is just killing us. All right, that's the whole point. As I said, we're gonna grin and bear it, and then we're gonna flip around on the next R trade, and hopefully get a better good feel. We were like halfway to target, right over here. I didn't want. It was super fast. I didn't get a chance to take the profit, and now it's kind of fading. And it's always, by the way, the rule: the longer you hold, the longer the trade stays, the more likely it's going to be a loser. You can always cut trades probably 3 minutes into it. I developed a really, really great trade analyzer, which we're going to use on our Prop Trader Edge website that I'm going to feature. I'm actually going to showcase it for you guys. Totally free. It's absolutely free for any product that you want to use. MT5, Trade of 8, Wealth Charts. I haven't done Rhythmic, but I will do Rhythmic accounts, and it will analyze Rhythmic accounts. Only because like almost nobody trades Rhythmic accounts with us. But any account you have, it will analyze it, and you will see that duration is one of the most interesting inputs to profitability when you're scalping. Padres' new owner owns Chelsea. Rams owner owns Arsenal. Yeah, they really. Messi never played in the UK. That's actually a great point, and that's absolutely true. Like that's you killed my suggestion. So you're right. Like that. You kind of like you did 4 aces to mine. So you're right. Messi, UK Premier was the greatest player to never play Premier. Would have absolutely killed him. Premier is like kindergarten in my opinion for Messi. He would have absolutely killed the Premier League game. But okay, anybody else? Name who else? Who else do you think would be a great player in Premier League that never played it? All right, here we go. I'm just going to take partials here because we're 10 minutes in front of the open. So I want to take the full 50, but whatever. We'll take what we can get. We got very lucky on the fact that we didn't get stopped out. It's been like a 10-minute trade. It should be a 2-minute trade. So, half a loaf is better than none. So we took a little bit of a scalp here. Ferguson, George Best. Those are all, they all play Premier League. George Best Premier League, right? Who, Man United. There you go. Okay. Nobody's fans of Man City, huh? He may have been a bit too soft for UK football. Spanish have a very different style. Dude, have you watched Miami play? They just, he's amazing anywhere you put him on the field. He's really, really good. United May heyday? Nah, definitely not. I don't think there's anybody. You can objectively say there's nobody greater than Messi. But okay, so who else would you say would be? This is in honor of FIFA, in honor of World Cup coming up. We can have this conversation now for the next month. Yeah, the tackles are tough in British football. Yeah, but he's a tough little guy, and he's got low center of gravity. He would have survived. Everton on a Sunday. Okay, so who else? Nobody. Ronaldinho, pretty good. I agree. Like if you want to go all the way back, Pele in Premier League would have fucking killed, right? If you want to really lay out cards backwards. But my favorite player of just generally is Robert Lewandowski, and I think he would have been great in Premier League. Eusebio, right? Like when Lewandowski scored 5 goals for Bayern Munich like a couple of years ago, it was just one of the most amazing performances as anybody produced, right? I was like, I go to my wife, I was like, honey, I just want you to know I'm totally gay for Robert Lewandowski. And without like missing a beat, she says, I don't give a shit as long as it's not Corey Lewandowski. Now, to understand that joke, at that time, Corey Lewandowski was like, I think running the Trump political campaign, and he was just known as a complete and total asshole. And he was in the news here. And I started, like, I just really cracked up. That was like one of the funniest jokes of our relationship. But she goes, I don't give a shit as long as it's not Corey Lewandowski, who you gay for. So that was funny. Yeah, 5 goals, 9 minutes. One of the greatest performances ever. And especially the 5th goal. Holy shit. That was just insane. Great player. Also, like, I think injuries and everything else kind of killed him. But anyways, he would have been great in Premier League. But nobody likes Man City, huh? Nobody likes the Glory Boys. I went real fuzzy. Oh, yeah. Why am I fuzzy, guys? Ooh, that's so interesting. I'm not fuzzy on... It must be something on YouTube, guys. I'm coming back. I'm sharpening up. Yeah, you're right. Man, I don't know why the stream went fuzzy, because it's totally clear through here. They're cheaters. Man City is cheaters. Anyways, it was good that we got out of this trade. Look at this, guys. Just want to show you. And again, this is where it's really useful to. I'm going to get rid of my Championship League table here. I only want green only. Wait, where's oh, here it is. I was like, where are all my... There's so many configurations here. I only want the Championship League. But I want to show you, like, what I talked about, the idea of when you're scalping, time is just as important as price. So you see us, we're in this trade, right? It's if the trade isn't done in 3 minutes, you should really be thinking of getting out. We have a second burst of upward movement, and I take it out over here, and it actually was almost really at the top, right? You at that point, if the markets give you a second chance, take it, because you see it kind of distributed right back in there. Time is just as important as price when you're scalping. And if you say to yourself, I'm 3 minutes, into a trade, is still not there, and you're flat, get out. It's better to find the next trade that goes direct to target than try to hope to nurse this one into submission. It's always the rule. Like, there's a rule that I'm starting to just really, really absorb. It doesn't matter. Like, if you were in a trade, you got out and it went up 100 points your way. That is so much less important than if you're in a trade and you nursed it to go 100 points against you, and you do that over and over and over again. Because there will always be trades that go 100 points your way. If you miss one, you can find a second one. And even if you miss 2, you'll find a third one. And even if you miss 3, you find a fourth one. But if you stay in every trade to the bitter end that is, not performing, all you're doing is literally every single time bleeding yourself down, right? So I've sort of like come, like, I think we're talking about, who was I talking about this yesterday about volatility? Oh, it was William Adams, who's a great trader. He was in Asia with me, and we're talking about volatility spreads. And he was saying, the problem with yesterday's trade was I'd be in a trade, it would stop me out and then go to my target. And I go, that happened to me all the time. And you know what? Didn't matter, because the next setup totally went, like, it was better to have small, relatively small stops, like 25-point stops, and just get stopped out by the intra-candle volatility than to wait for the full 100-point, 150-point stop on the candle. Like, given those two choices, you much rather lose unfairly than try to stay there fairly in the trade, because the one time where it completely unwinds the full candle length of the move is so much more costly than a couple of unfortunate stop outs. And most of the time you're in the trade because it's supposed to go. So you're not even going to have any of those retraces. We're getting very close. We are 2 minutes to the open. After news flow was sort of really, really slowed down a little bit. See what happens. What's happening now? How did he do? When was that? Like, what year was that, Maria? Actually, now I'm curious. Now, record, not against. Record when he played. Fuck, it's really retarded. Google is just retarded. All right, now I have to. Okay, so then you gave me wrong information. Oh, Maria, see, I thought I was being stupid, but guys, look at that, popping on the New York Open. All right, back to fun and games. London high in front of us. Positive moves on the New York Open here. No trade, no R trade, because we don't have any red candles. But good. Let's see if they want to run the London highs. New York high sitting underneath the London high right now. Very likely want to break. London high, by the way, is 29,000. That is a figure waiting to be broken, right? Astrologer is absolutely just chomping at the bits, looking for this run towards the 29,000, because you have both the round number and the and the session number. So we'll give it some time, but if the Bulls can get it together, they can run it. They can run the London highs pretty accurately, and we'll keep an eye on that, because that's certainly going to be a good trade for us to look at. So English, here's English. Here's my rules. When it's bullshit information and it's just kind of pop art, pop culture, completely immaterial stuff that I don't care about, I always ask Gemini, because one, it's free, and two, because it's a retarded AI. I always call the Gemini is like the short bus. It's the AI that runs on the short bus. It's just the stupidest AI ever. When I have serious work, when I want to code, when I want to do deep analytics, when I want to do design, that's when I use Claude. So that's my division of labor with AIs. Zlatan Ibrahimovic was another great player. Zlatan is hilarious. My favorite was like how Ibrahimovic used to score goals like almost with his ass. Like, remember how he would kick the ball like with the bottom of his shoe all the time into the goal? He really perfected that move. You used to ride the short bus? Really? Clay? I think we all rode the short bus one time in our life, right? No. All right, so here we are, New York session, relatively tight, 823 against 950. Well, about 100 points on the open. Let's see how it plays out. Good morning, everybody. Who's new in the room here? Come say hi to me. Glad a lot of people are new in the room here. So, pinned to this chat is my email address. Send me your name and your TradingView ID. Very important. You send me. If you don't send me TradingView ID, I can't help you. And then I will give you 7 days free access to the BK dots indicator, so you could actually have this on your charts and go to town just like I do every single day and scalp your heart content. By next Monday, over the weekend, I will have a full standing web page that will describe all the setups that we have here. But the indicator itself, if you just mouse over the setups, will give you a very, very good description of what each one of these setups is all about and how you want to trade it. And then obviously you can watch me put it all into play. But I'm making this available. This is the beta version of our latest dots indicator, and I want suggestions. I want improvements. I've already inputted almost everything that people have put in. Let me know what else you'd like to see. Okay, bear new trend, guys. Red to red, right over here. 5 seconds left. Let's play it. Let's play it. Let's play it. Where am I? So. This is a strategy trade. Again, this is my eval account, so I'm just kind of fooling around. But I have a 25-25 on this, and it may not survive the vol, but worth a shot. Worth a shot. And if this takes me out and it's and it retraces, oh no, it doesn't even work. Fine. So we eat the retrace here, but it was a statistically a good edge. It's just that this particular instance of it did not work. Red to red, bear new trend. If it comes back again, we'll do it again. What's actually much more interesting right now is this massive, massive reversal signal it's setting up. 14 seconds left. Jesus Christ. How big is this move? Holy fuck, is this huge. Okay, so let's go. Bye. Let's see if it. I'm just going to watch it on Tradeovate because at this point it's so crazily fast. Let's see if I. Come on. Ah, Jesus! Almost got me done. So fast that I couldn't get out of it. Come on. No, it's running. Nah. Run, baby. No, it's going to retrace back against me. This is such a massive candle that this is why I'm doing this on the come on. Boom. Love it. So I have to show this to you on TradeRate because it was just so fast that I couldn't get it done. But now, we're back in business and we're heading towards London, New York session highs and London session highs. But this was both, a bull reversal. And this is what I mean about just leave the stop fix. Like the risk here, if you stood in this trade, it was 150 point risk. You were a moron if you were willing to kind of like absorb that risk. I had a 25 point risk I don't give a shit if if it stopped me out, it stopped me out, and then went up. Fine. I can always make that back as long as I can control my stop. I can make it back. If I make my stop so massive, one wrong move puts me at a massive disadvantage. So that's kind of like how I've made peace with the idea of, oh, I'm gonna get swept in a trade that goes my way. It's just part of business. Take it, absorb it, stay small size, and keep rolling. Right? Anybody take that trade with me? Give me a +1 if you guys took that trade with me. But again, you have to take it within the constraints of how you're operating. If you're scalping, that's it. Saber took it. Keith took it. Anybody else? You guys held through that trade. Hey, we are approaching London session highs 29. Tammy took it. Cheryl took it. I bet Astrologer is running this. I bet we're running the highs to the 29s. Like I said to you, very, very big move through the highs. Very strong move. 25, 40 points. Would have been a great scalp here as a run through the highs if you wanted to run it. It's not our setup, but it was very clear on the charts, and the indicator is very, very clear in showing you how it's working. Yep, London high breach, baby. Astrology, did you run that number? Did you run the 29,000 number? Astrologer is probably too busy trading to bother talking to me right now. Now, okay, fun part. Look what's going on here. We took out 29,000. Remember I told you about the art of reversal? What's going on over here? Look at this. We're almost breaching the lows, right? We took out the highs. This candle is kind of breaching the lows. Let's see what they want to do. Did they just want to run this, make it a run and then pop and drop? Is this going to be a pop and drop? Let's see. We'll let it play itself out. The email address is pinned to the top, but I'll do it again. contact@bktraders.com. Okay, be sure to give me your TradingView address. Hey Doug, how are you? I see your email. Oh, so we broke the lows. Now, obviously, coming back to the VWAP. So this is very interesting. We really ran the. You were away from the desk. That was your bread and butter setup, man. I talked about this like 20 minutes ago. I told you they're going to run 29,000. All right. So we're holding the VWAP. This is interesting. So now kind of see whether it's going to be a pop and drop or just a little support and we extend back out. $40 to 60 points stop loss depends. The structure, better weight. Yeah, if you're trading something different, for sure. But if you're scalping like we are for very specific setups, you want your risk very controlled, right? That's where that's where you start mixing and matching positional type of risk with scalp risk, and that's where it gets all. You're neither one nor the other. Look at this. We totally reversed, guys. Totally reversed. Like if you were super aggressive, you could have been short here because you could have said, oh, they took out the lows. That's a little bit of weakness. Worth a shot. Now we're running right into the Tokyo low, just blowing everything down. I think we're where's the New York low? Oh, there's the New York low. New York low is over here. Okay. Let's see if the Tokyo low for a while. Let's see if it holds again. Coming back off the Tokyo. Tokyo low has been just a great trade to look at. We don't have, this is not a reversal setup because it didn't trade against the red dots, but it's a big bull recovery move. Not a tradable trade for us, but kind of interesting. So it had a big move up to the 29,000. They brought it back down. Now they're rebuilding it. It's actually probably a pretty good. I probably should have taken this trade to the upside, but we really don't really have a setup. So this is where it gets interesting. Do they bust through the London highs and New York highs back up to the 29,000? That's the level. This is a trade that we could have taken, just on a proprietary basis. But I chickened out. I should have taken this trade. So now we have a double top test, and we're pushing fresh highs, and that means we're very likely going to run it through to the 29,100 before we see any exhaustion. So this seems to be like they're really the buyers are coming in, and they're pushing the sellers around. There we go. You can really see, it's very cool with the indicator. You can totally see how the price action unfolds. And even if you're not participating, you can take a lot of lessons from the indicator. Yeah, I just made 360 in that trade. Yeah, so your second chance at the move. Good job. I got to start trading that with you. I think I'll do that because it's actually in my opinion more intuitive than opening range break. Session breaks are more meaningful than opening range breaks, and I think when you're trading them like this, it becomes very viable. Breaking the lows again. So I think this is a second push that may make it back. See if there's anything on the news. What's going on? Erdogan warns Israel. Oh yeah, I'm sure Israel is really afraid of it. Erdogan. Oh, guys, this is just reading this tweet. You see this little tweet? Google pitches AI summary tool to skittish media outlets. I just want to tell you a little bit of a preview of BK things to come. We're going to be way ahead of Google. We're going to make your life so much. There's stuff that I have coming out that's going to make your trading day beautiful. Just really beautiful. So that's all I can say right now. I'm under NDA from my partner who does not allow me to talk about what I'm developing, but I'm developing something super cool for the retail trader that's going to put Google to shame. So mainly because I'm not fucking using Google AI, which is piece of shit AI. But next week, I think I'm going to be able to talk about it. You guys are going to really, really like. I'm just telling you, you're going to love what I made. All right, nothing else, nothing much in the news. All pretty volatility seen in recent blah blah blah. Nothing much. So we're holding bids here. Very nice. Moving forward, and keeping the positive trade going. So we don't have any opportunities just yet. We just patiently have to wait for the next moves. But while we're looking at this stuff, and I have like 3 more eval accounts. What's interesting is we can talk about the idea of like trading making the R trades as a single one and done type of trades, right? Like right now, I don't have any R. Obviously, I don't have any R trades because it's creeping up. But if we start doing a reversal trade, generally, this is a positive reversal trade. This is a positive reversal trade. If I had thought about this a little bit more, it was just that it was like 5 minutes after the open, so it was a little too raw. This was a trade we could have taken with 2 NQs, and certainly had no retrace against us. It was 84. We needed like 35 points. It took 2 candles. We would have been done on a second funded account. So my point is that we have the setups to give ourselves the opportunity to do one and done accounts. In the meantime, fresh New York highs. I think Tokyo high is right here. We're taking out the Tokyo high. I believe Tokyo high is right behind here. It's they're right on top of each other. So this is our resistance for the day. We've run through London highs into Tokyo highs. Does that mean that's it's going to maybe hit a little bit of resist? Possible. Let's see. If I wanted to, kind of spec it, I certainly could give it a shot. $525 on the first dot. What does that mean, Keith? From which dot? This dot? What'd you do? Give me the 411 contracts, entries, exits, so that we can show everybody on the chart what you did. I'd love for you guys to share those wins with me, because then I can educate everybody else in what you guys are doing, how you're using the indicator to make all those great trades. So give me the juice. Give me the juice. I know you're busy, so like whenever you're free. All right, this is taking out the lows right now, right? And if I wanted to be a gambling man, I'd short this. So what the fuck? We got enough. This is an eval account. Let's take it. I'm gonna short here. Again, my only biggest issue is it's working. What the fuck? Working. I'll take it. So what did I do here? You see how I was breaking the lows of this candle, and it was just a momentum move. I took it. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and easy. And this eval now is up like, we're up $100 on the eval on a couple of micros. So very, very fast, very cool moves. This is how I would trade my fundeds in a very in a low risk control fashion. And just simply add to the fundeds. But now I just want to show some of these techniques on the evals so you guys can see it. See, this was the peak candle. We broke the low, and it just totally, came back down, especially against the Tokyo high. You knew that this was going to be a retrace move. Now we have an R setting up. And while I don't think this will be a high quality R, why not? Why not have fun? We'll go to the 31 account. Like, I'm going to add NQs. Why not? Let's have fun with this. We're going to do the NQs. We're going to go 156 no stop. And I'm going to wait. I got to make sure that I have the R. I don't have the R yet. Oh no, I do have the R. Let's sell it. What the fuck? Sell it. Oh, I need to sell 2. I'm going to sell 2. All right. So I've sold 2 in the in this account, the 30 account, and it's it's clearly, is it the 30 account? Which account did I sell this in? 330. Why is this not showing up? 330. This is my account. Oh, look at this. Look how fast it's moving. Look how fast it's moving. Look how fast we're going. Oh, it was I was at 26,000. Ah, shit. It's really, really moving fast. I'm trying to get that 30 points, and it was so close. And now it's coming back. Ah, fuck me. Fuck me. That's the thing about this kind of a move is I should have just simply stayed on this. We had a 1,000-point move in my direction, but of course on the retrace it just stopped me out. That's the whole point. But I really, really had it very, very close here on this move. Really, really had it very close on this move, and big deal. I'll take another account if I'm right. By the end of the day, I could have 2 funded accounts with very, very little movement. Matter of fact, what the fuck? Let's do it again. So, oh, I'm on the wrong count. God damn it. 31. Ah, sorry. Am I going to get it? Am I going to get the move? We're in the 31 account. So let's see if that works. Probably not, because I'm just chasing at this point. Nah, it's not gonna work. I'm just chasing it, tracing it. That's fine. So I burn a couple of accounts, doing a little bit of FOMO, but the point being is, you could absolutely do a single trade move if you properly just kind of time the thing and time the size. The other thing that I actually I think did on the other account was I didn't do 2. I think I did 1, and you could extend the P&Ls. But it's a fun. Do I have anything left? I have one more account left. So we will we'll save that for an actual setup trade. Let's do this. Let's set up one more account, the 32 account. We'll put it for NQs. And I am going to I'm speculating. I don't have a setup. I mean, I'm just getting. And I burned the 3 accounts, just having fun. But my point is that you could absolutely, if you're focused, get more than 1 account funded on this thing. Right now I'm just fucking around with you guys because it's 10 o'clock and I really don't care. I'll get another 5 batch, and I will absolutely get a couple more funded. Now, once you're funded, then you're trading in a much more intelligent fashion, right? You're not doing this kind of wild things. But the point is, with this kind of volatility, it's 1 candle and you could get funded on the move. You just need a good quality setup. I had the setup here. It just retraced a little bit too much for me, and I had it almost all the way here, but it was, I didn't take my profit quick enough. And after that, I just, tilted for fun. Let me see. Do I have anything left? Did I burn all my accounts? I did. So I funded this one. I burnt all these other guys. I'll refund it again, and then we'll have actual funded accounts that we can use much more productively. and go back to trading, discipline and fun and all that kind of stuff. But today, I wanted to have a little fun with you guys. Trump's about to speak. You traded off the London high and you got stopped on the New York high. Yeah, I mean, that's why you take these punts. That's what's great about Apex. They're so dirt cheap that it doesn't really matter. You're not, you could give a shit. But once you pass through, then you have all this available capital that you can actually trade for real. All right, I got to run. A lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. We did get the new straddle done, and there's actually Asia trade today, so we're going to be trading Asia tonight. See how it goes. But the rest of the day, I still think there's going to be an enormous amount of flow here, and for sure, there should be some really, really good reversal trades. We're probably getting a reversal trade setting up soon here. And that should be a good one. And actually, that's a reasonable one to trade on a normal level. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of my big contracts so I don't overtrade those. Secondly, we're going to look at see if anything goes on my wealth charts. No, look at this. We're getting a second R dot. Might be, should I hang with you guys for another 5-10 minutes to see if we get a green R? It really feels like we're setting up for a green R move here. Let's while we're doing this, let's replenish. Let's go buy. Do I want to buy wealth charts this time? I'm trying to think. Do I want to trade wealth charts? I still like trade evates. I'll buy those for now. Then I'll buy wealth charts later. I want intraday trail. Yeah, what is this? Oh, I'm logged in. Am I not logged in? I guess I'm not logged in. I guess it was just uh, 840-970. 70. Yep, this is the account we want. The trade evates 25 intraday trail. And I'm going to buy the 5-pack again. Be sure you use PK Save. I'm actually curious. Hey, guys, let's test this out. I think PT Edge, because this could be the new symbol. Let's see if this works. PT Edge coupon code. Let's see if this works. Oh, awesome. It does work. All right. I'm going to buy these. Obviously, take this off screen so you guys don't see my credit card number, so it doesn't get stolen for the 50th time this year. Okay. Cool. So that's how fast it is to set it up. And we're ready to go. And then it'll be ready in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to leave you guys be. I don't have any R setups coming up here. 10 o'clock hour. Vol is pretty high, 28.3. But I think it's just going to be a massive amount of opportunities. So hopefully tomorrow when I see you, there'll be a couple of more funded accounts in addition to the one that we got off the news straddle. I'll try to zone in on picking up the good spots. And I leave you guys be. Thank you so much. Who am I rooting in the FIFA Cup for? Oh, good question. Yeah, Miguel, thank you so much. Miguel says the new BFF is great and clear. Yeah, it really is. Definitely awesome. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you, Cheryl. Who am I rooting for FIFA? Jesus, I'm rooting for Team USA. I'm rooting for Captain America. That's what I'm rooting for. That's what I should be rooting for. You know, I know they have like no chance, but fuck it. I want it to be a Cinderella story where they go to the quarterfinals and drive all the Europeans crazy. That's what I'm rooting for. Is that a good answer? All right. Ooh, look at this. Finally getting a. As I speak, we do have a dot here. So let's hang on a second. Let's go maybe to our funded account. Go to 73 account. How much time do I have? Buy. All right, we're in the funded. Let's see if this is going to give me a shot here. Give me a shot. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Real trading where I'm not fucking around and I'm not tilting. You can see. And by the way, if this was large, like if I was 2 NQs, this would have been funded in 1 day, in 1 second. That's what I'm saying to you. You could totally fund accounts when you're zoned in. Like this is 57. Look at this shit. It's 106. We would have been funded in 1 trade. I wish I hadn't tilted on the other ones, but you know that's how the game goes. Go get some more apexes. Have fun with the R's. Get yourself funded in 1 trade. Let me know tomorrow how many of you guys get that done. Okay. I'll see everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll get ready for the PPIs. Nice. All right, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.